Yo, 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 it's your boy, A Mac, back again. Just getting all, had to tidy up real quick and back up here at Scotus. And it seemed like tonight, they slowed things down. Um, as you can see, we, you know, it's nice and quiet out here. But again, have we stopped protesting? What's really going on? You know, I said, come out here again tonight just to let y'all hear the people and what's not being put out here. We only got one camera crew out here, but I can let y'all see what's going on here. As you can see, that it's very quiet, and considering what they was talking about last night, they're gonna come back out here, fight, but um, think some things that might have changed. Um, People still need to be heard. A woman's right is still a woman's right, and I stand behind that all the way. As I have, family, kids, the females as well. So this is where we at. As y'all can see, I was hoping to at least get a couple of interviews in. There was some folks out here earlier, but now it seems like it dwindled down. So now I can just give you what they got on the grounds, the federal ground sidewalk. As you can see, people left their thoughts on how things are. We still have some traffic, but traffic coming through. And I hope y'all can hear me a lot better without all the screeching noise and stuff like that was coming from a phone that's supposed to be a great phone. We pay all these money for these crazy ass phones, but then they still doing what they doing, you know, while you old white man making laws on women's bodies. Hey, that's crazy. Right? Mine alone. So fuck the Supreme Court. Ooh, okay. Check that out. That's looking kind of crazy. If you can't make me come, you have to say. if if you can't make me come, you have no say. Oh, oh damn. All right. We're about finding the clit. Elected Dems don't care either. Power to the people. No one elected you. Access to abortion, health care. Sorry. 13 Americans, forced birth, involuntary servitude, labor with your labor with our pay. Let's see. Them do something. If you can't find my clit, don't worry about the uterus. That's crazy. Protect women, not unborn seals. Pro women. What now, Joe? It said, what now, Joe? Okay. Elect more women. The court is illegitimate. Ruth sent us. Fuck you, SCOTUS. Shut my click, Supreme Court. Protect bodily anatomy. All genders need abortion. Okay. Uh, repro, repro justice is racial justice. my body, my choice. Vasectomies, snip, snip, vasectomy, or the scissors. I get it now. Vasectomies, snip, snip now, snip, snip. Okay. Which, yeah, let's talk about that for a hot second. You know, yeah, for a lot of men out here that want to have kids and stuff like that, they can go under a knife as well as women can go under the knife. So men have to take some responsibilities in these situations as well. You know, that's one of the biggest things that I sit there and just talk about on my channel is that men have to take responsibility as well as women. If you can't always have the women on birth control and men is not trying to do the same thing. I mean, it's always a 50-50 thing. It takes two to tango. It takes two to make a baby. So it takes two responsibility on a situation. But overall, again, if you know you always want to have a say in something, have a say on yourself first. If person don't want to have kids, use condom. You know, you already got kids and you want to have no more kids, get a vasectomy. I mean, it's that easy. You know, it's like you don't want to count women for anything. For a lot of things, but you try to push the woman for a lot of things and try to make her do things when you also have responsibility for yourself. I wanted to say that because there's a lot out here that they get away with a lot of mess out here that's crazy. Hello, how you doing? All right, all right. It's kind of quiet tonight. It was a little rowdy last night, a little bit, but I'm surprised they're not here. I know they was here earlier, but yeah, right, right. Oh man, I probably won't stay too long, but again, you know, we all as people have rights, and we vote, for certain people to be, authority figures that um, we put in trust to be, what the way that we live, and we trust them to, you know, go for the what's important to them and what they believe in. So that's why sometimes it's important. Well, not sometimes, a lot of times it's important to vote for the people that you really want in office. That carry the same values as you do. You can't vote and then you want to holler and scream on a lot of stuff. That, oh, this is not right, this is not right, and this is not good. But then you're not even voice, come out to, make your voice on it. You're not doing your research on the people who's going in. You can't keep hollering, screaming, and complaining about stuff that you don't have, no type of, you haven't put any type of effort on, getting it going in the right direction. You know what I mean? Every vote counts. If you can vote, make your vote. It's easy to do that, but people make it like it's so hard to do. But it's not. It's not at all. I see you the only media out here tonight. I see you the only media out here tonight. Channel 9, WSA. Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha.
But it's soon because there are no protesters here.
Right.
That's why at least the national is not to and
Right.
the local to get.
Yeah. Right. It was some here earlier.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah. But now, right. That's why I came back because I was here last night.
like
Right,
so something.
right. I don't know if they're gonna come tonight or not. Probably give it another like 20, 30 minutes and then I probably leave out. I'm working on my little channel and just conversations, you know what I mean? On my channel. Yeah. Right, right, right. That's a different. I was hoping to have some interviews, street interviews. There's not that many to talk.
Sometimes there'll be more, especially on yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh, man. I remember Gordon Peterson used to be Channel 9. Yeah, I'm old school.
myself.
Oh, for real? Oh,
Sometimes
oh, Texas. Okay. Got family out there. It's a lot of Texans here in DC. A lot of Texans. Yeah.
especially because they are the ones that told you.
Huh?
You know that especially because they're the ones that told you that they were texting.
Right. Right.
Probably take it.
Right. Oh man. It's a pretty dog. Malamute or Husky? Okay. Look like it. Hey, buddy. Dotson. Oh yeah, I can see that. Hello. How you doing? Oh man. I got family down in Texas, down about Fort Hood. Yeah. Actually, Killeen, if I'm not mistaken, Killeen. Yeah, yeah.
It's like 8, 9 hours.
Gotcha. The weather definitely different. Besides they get a little humid here, it be cooking down there.
Like 2 minutes.
Right. I got actually a couple of YouTube friends down there. What's that? Rebel Son. Hey, what's going on, Captain? Captivating Christian. How you feeling, man? Yeah, I'm just covering the aftermath from yesterday. I'm glad to see you in, man. What's cracking? Yeah, tonight is a little quiet. As you can see, we have some people here. Um, the people that's coming in and out, as you can see on the corner, we got some people coming in now. I'm sitting here chopping it up with the one of the news guys, the local news. Matter of fact, the reputable news, Channel 9, CBS. Oh yeah, yeah. Cap, you from here, so you know about Channel 9. Well, hopefully, soon it look like it's starting to get a little bit hotter now. We're gonna see what's going to come probably in the next 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. But if it gets to popping, I stay, as long as I can, you know, to give the insight on how people are feeling and you know voicing their opinions on what's going on. Right, right. Sure. Hey, Kat. So what's your take on this, man? How you feel about this, the Roe versus Wade? Hey BBK, hey Boss Queen, what's cracking? How y'all feeling tonight? I'm trying to see if I can bring up some folks so they can so we can have some discussion on it. Uh-oh. So now we got a crowd coming now. Yeah, always about to get on and popping. Okay, BBK. Let's see if I can let's see if I can bring some folks up. I don't know how to do this on the phone. I thought I used to. Okay, yeah, post a comment. Okay, got it. Let's see. Anybody want to pop up, and chop it out as things starting to get a little heated out here? Yeah, I see you on. Right, right, Cap. Right. You hit it. You hit it right on the nose, Cap. Well, I was talking about that last night. And then also some speakers out here last night were saying the same thing. Can y'all hear me nice and clear? I'm on a different phone, and I definitely wanted to make sure this time everybody can hear what's going on instead of a lot of distortion and the noises and stuff like that. We got local.
Oh yeah, no, I was actually. That's wonderful.
Okay, baby K. That's no problem. That's no problem. Yeah, be careful. But yeah, Cat, it's definitely going to open up, a lot of conversations, and especially some law change. I mean, if this actually changes, it's definitely going to open up some doors. So, and actually some doors that actually, that probably don't need to be open, and that's the crazy part about it. I mean, but the only thing we can do is see what's going to happen. You know, and see for people out here who again who have kids and stuff, this is definitely going to be okay. What do you say, Cap?
Hey, what's going on, sir? Can you
Hold
hear
on,
me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Uh,
hey, what's cracking,
uh,
man?
Nothing much. Nice to see you there firsthand. That's cool. If I wasn't so far, I would be there too. But yeah, this is just going to open the door for a lot of those heritage marchers
Right, right.
to start
Hey,
to
PC.
overturn a lot of other things, like Brown Board. Uh, we can go on and on about the
Right,
things that they're looking to overturn, and this is just their way to get in.
right.
And once they do this, affirmative action, even though it still only benefited white women more than it did us, that's still another way for them to get rid of that. So this
Yeah,
is larger than just, um, you know, Roe v. Wade. It really is. So
yeah. And if if you look on my channel, then you'll see that actually we had some of that yesterday, last night. Voicing their opinions on that as well and bringing that into play. Some people was feeling for the police and some were not, and they voiced it. You want to check out my channel, you'll see that they was definitely voicing their opinion on it, real very strongly. Um,
Yeah, I saw that.
and
I saw that. But yeah, it's real unfortunate. Like it is really crazy how people, utilize religion, and these same religious people can be so evil and deny other people their human rights.
right, correct,
When this
correct,
whole nation was formed not to be a religious nation. So I didn't even understand how that even. I mean, I understand why how it happened, but
right,
at the same time I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me how you let this come in, and yet they're allowed to make legislation and demand how people live their lives, yet
right,
they don't pay taxes.
right,
It don't make sense. If you're going to contribute like that to society, then they need to start paying. So, you know,
right.
that's just real crazy to me.
You're right about that.
Yeah, that's
Man. Look at this. Look at some of these. There's some of the people expressing their thoughts on it. But yeah,
yeah.
I agree with you 1,000%, man. Because I was actually saying that last night. Well, I like your shirt.
Yeah.
Can I show it to my people? All right, check this out.
What does it say? Oh,
I am,
wow.
I am a vagina voter.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as they should. I mean, I don't.
Right, right,
It's crazy. It really is crazy. And it's a lot of pieces to that. One, they want to make sure that they still maintain the majority. So a lot of
right,
this is racially driven. It don't really have much to do with uh, again Roe v. Wade too much, but it's very racially driven. They want to make sure they stay in the majority, and the only way they can ensure that they stay in the majority is control birth
right,
and who's
right.
allowed to give it.
And that's
So
another thing they was talking about last night as well. Um, actually, it was different cultures and different races, and they was actually stating that fact alone, because they were saying that the people of color would definitely be affected the most by this whole situation if this gets overturned. So um, and it's going to drive a lot of things to happen. I mean, dangerous things to happen. People going to start running to Mexico again to get abortions. They're going to go to these backyard clinics, get the old hanger situation, which from maybe a lot of these young people today might not even know about that. But a lot of us people in age, we know the terror of unwanted, pregnancies, from incest, rape, and even underage. You know what I mean? And the sacrifices that they do that you go out and try to get one. And if you make that even harder, uh, I think that's going to cause more damage than it is going to be help. You know what I mean?
yeah, truly. But these people don't care nothing about the damage they cause. They rather burn it down. If they can't have it, they will burn the whole thing down. And that's why I don't understand why a lot of these Democrats sit back and act like everything's hunky dory. Like these Republicans are out for blood, and that's just what it is. And yeah, so I don't know, but I knew this was coming. I'm not surprised.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I knew it
So
was coming too. I mean,
it was just a
actually,
matter of time.
I'm surprised that it didn't come in when when Trump was in office, because a lot of people was pushing the envelope then, but actually
Well,
they
if he
were
would have
they
won
were
a second term, they would have done it. If he would have won a second term, they would have done it. But
Yeah, I agree with that. I
they
agree with
were
that.
worried that they probably was worried that if he did it in his first term, that he wouldn't win a second one. But COVID handled that. So,
But you
but
know what's so funny though? You know what's so funny? The person they got who represents from Scotus is the person who got caught up in the Me Too movement. How do you have that justice to come to stand front, on this type of situation when you was the face of the Me Too movement?
well, I mean that's always the case with them though. So I'm not, they talk, one thing politically, but they always doing something behind the scenes. Because you figure if you're in charge of the movement or you're pushing the movement, you don't know what they ain't not looking at your background. They're looking at you as the voice.
Right,
So,
right,
a lot of the people who talk the most about a lot of those things are the most nefarious people, uh, you know, in society today. So,
right,
and
right.
that's on both sides. So, there's the gay white man who was giving all that money to the Democratic Party and sitting around, drugging black boys and having sex with them and murdered two people, and just wind up having his day in court and getting charged. So that's a lot.
Right, right. It's really crazy, man. It's really, really, really crazy. But like you see a sister dead. It was a sister who came earlier. Um, with this going on, what makes me upset is the people who get affected the most is the ones you're not seeing out here. This was driving me crazy. This is what kind of like pushed me to another side because it's like we don't want to get affected the most. So just the same as like reparations, we 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 hollering for a lot of stuff, but we're not standing ground on a lot of stuff either. You know what I mean? We have other people who's coming out and representing us, as a culture, but we're not representing our own culture, and that's really crazy to me. Oh, you too now. You too. Oh, cap drop down. Oh, my bad. But yeah, that's one of the things that's like really really puzzling to me. I try to figure out that why with everything that's going on that we don't have our people up here to you know voice their rights as well. I mean, it's not only this situation; it's other situations too. That we're not getting out, and until something drastic happens, then we coming out with the pitchforks and the fire and all this other stuff. Then we want to say certain things, but when we can come out and demonstrate and also voice our rights and what's being all the laws that affects us. Nobody's not coming out to say anything. They're not talking. This is we're doing a whole lot. Hold on. Hey,
Yeah,
Cat.
yeah, my
Yeah,
bad.
no problem.
It's just like it's like uh, how we only come out for funerals and everybody go, oh, we shouldn't just always come out for funerals. It's the same
Right,
kind of premise. We only come out someone is been killed by police, and then we're such an uproar. But these type of situations, we need to be just as passionate, just as outraged, because these are the situations that can change our entire lives, not just right now, but for
right,
decades to come. These are
right,
not just moments where it's like, oh, okay, then let another justice come in here and change it around. If he's not allowed to enlarge the court, that means we have to wait for some more justices to kick the bucket, and hopefully there's a Democratic president in there that would be able to fill the seats. If not, then that's more. And then you have to think about not only the Supreme Court but we have the federal courts that have been packed with conservative judges. So it's not even, and they've been doing this since since Obama's term. They've been packing the courts and making sure that their agenda gets pushed forward. While we sitting around kumbaya and they're handling business. I'll
Right,
give it to them, and they're not taking no prisoners. So it is what it
right,
is.
right,
But my whole thing is just I just feel bad because we have a lot of people who, 1 minute they are jumping around talking about Me Too, but at the same time they're voting against their own interests. And this has to do with again a lot of white women. No offense to my white folks, but they are some conniving folks because they'll sit here and they'll march with you and hold your hand the next minute, but they'll go you know behind a booth and vote against you for their own interests because at the end of the day, it benefits them.
right, right,
So,
right.
just saying. But that's just it. That's all I wanted to say. I'm here
All right, I
washing clothes and
appreciate you, man.
stuff, but I'm listening. All right, brother.
All right, thanks for
Thanks.
support, man.
Oh, sure, no problem. Of course.
All right. Oh, man. Yeah, it's definitely crazy. I'll try to get her attention. But yeah, at first it seemed like it was going to get up a little action up here, but right now, it's getting look like it's trying to wind down some more. And then first we had some people, or I guess they was coming up, but it looked like it's winding down. So I'm going to go ahead and wind it down myself. But appreciate you, Cat, for coming in, giving your just insight on the situation. Hey, y'all check out Captivating Christian. He's a phenomenal brother. You know, um, I'm not sure he's still doing his politics, but um, if he still is, I definitely need to go there and check, see if he's still, if he get back on his midday, because I miss his midday, reports. Man, that I used to live for that. He used to give up all the news that I don't even catch because I work nights, so I don't even get to catch a lot of stuff until after the fact. But he used to keep me on point with a lot of things. Shout out to Captivating Christian, y'all. We got TC in the house. We got the BBK, Boss Queen in the house. Appreciate you. But yes, again, you know, um, like it is a quiet night. Are we giving up on, the on the Roe versus Wade? As the people, made their point already, you know, Strider Blaze. Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on? Yeah, I see and think about getting some people's opinion of what's going on. So what say you guys? CC, I mean, I definitely, I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but so let's see what this says. Oh, indigenous women are dispropor- dispro- disproportionately affected by material mortality. My choice, anti-abortion, is class war. It's class war. Yeah, but yeah, TC, what's your take on that? Oh, okay, I'm glad you made it home, Strider. Let's see. Future. on us. Defend choice. I love choice, and that's the whole thing I'm saying. I think it's supposed to be choice. Again, you can't again make somebody else's choice for them. One is very dangerous. You know, two, um, if they're gonna force you on that, what else they're gonna force you on? You know what I mean? What's the next law that that you're gonna have taken away from you? On what happens in your house. Again, is the government going to be in the bedroom with you while you're having sex? And say, oh, you better not drop that in there, or we're going to make you keep it. We're going to handcuff you once she becomes pregnant, so to make sure that that you have that baby. You know, again, I think choice is as individuals, as people, you know, choice as the same as we come into this world by ourselves, we'll leave by ourselves. You know what I mean? And for somebody to tell you what you can do with your body or not, this is almost like kind of like prison. You know, it's like prison. you know, I mean, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. A man can be the person who helped impregnate a woman, and that's the way it's done. But ultimately, it's that woman's choice if she wants to carry the pregnancy. I mean, it's just fact. I mean, I can't see it no other way. And even being married, it takes two to raise, to make a baby. It's supposed to take two to raise a child, to make it equal between a man, and a woman when it comes to pregnancy. Then, ultimately it be their choice on, termination. But even with other situations, when you have women who with incest and rape and um, you know, were like underage, like 11-year-old child. I mean, you got kids out here very young who out here experience, especially these days. Think they're grown and getting out here and experimenting, and then you got a lot of sickos out here too that's messing with children and stuff like that. And you tell me that you want to make if they become, you know, they get pregnant. You telling me that, oh, because that situation happened to them, you're gonna make them have the baby because that's the law? Come on now, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Let me see what BBK say. Heading back, but how does overturning Roe versus Wade when governors are moving bills and instead regarding allowing someone to birth a child and throw them away like garbage? Right. Facts. Okay, we got somebody coming up. Oh, TC. Hey, TC.
Hey, how are you, Anthony?
All right, all right. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah. This is and hello to the chat, BBK, Captivating Christian, Spider I was going to say
Strider,
Spider-Man, but he knows
Strider,
Mr. Spider.
Strider Blaze.
Mhm. Spider Blade. Anthony, I have always been one that looked at things from a glass half full.
Right.
And also we know that as that sunlight beams in, the rays come in and then they bounce off in all different directions. So here's what I say about this whole thing. So you just mentioned something about people who are raped or molested, at a young age. I think that there needs to be separate verbiage, separate narration about those situations, because
Okay.
it's not the same situation as another situation. Now, The other situation is the two consensual adults.
Okay.
Or do we have adults? And adults meaning what? Because you're physically taller or of age, or is it a mental thing? Okay. Ooh. So we're gonna have to go to the drawing board on this whole constitution about each and every one of these things and
Okay.
redo it and redo everything. I think everything needs to be overturned, turned over,
Okay.
rethought, and let us be at the table and see how we do.
Right. 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 Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
I'd love to be. I wanna have those that can be at the table as opposed to just simply Caucasian white men, Caucasian white older men,
Right.
Caucasian white older men that happen to have owned slaves because that's at the time period in which these people were making laws.
Okay.
So I am in um I am all for burning everything down, taking when I say burning the piece of paper, redoing it, and going back to the drawing board.
Okay.
hmm And that's just that. As far as I'm concerned, I don't see. I heard it was something that you mentioned about the back going into back alleys and things of that nature. You know,
Well, you know that used to happen. I mean, actually,
I didn't
I
know.
wouldn't be
I didn't
surprised
say
if it
it
still is.
didn't. I didn't say it didn't. I agree with you. You're absolutely right. Those things did happen. I'm not particularly sure if I don't know. I can't speculate on what hasn't happened.
Right.
We
Right.
can project though what you said was absolutely right. And I hope that when we are brought to the table, that people like you and others who understand what happened in the past
Right.
are at the table so that we can project what might occur in the future,
Right.
you see. And so I'm just saying that I don't want to, when I say speculate, that's just the term of just staying there in that one place.
Right.
The laws that we will be able to put in place, writing. That's why I said I'm about resolving and solving problems. I'm not about being a part of the problem, solving the problem, being a part of the solution.
Right.
And at every turn we do this. We do this constantly. Okay, we know how people think, we know what they have thought. Now put yourself in a position to be somewhere and make some kind of a difference.
Right.
And that's just my thought. If each and every one of us did at least a tenth of a minuscule of a percentage of that,
Right.
we could make some magnanimous changes.
And that's absolutely true. That I mean, I
And we
1,000%
definitely
agree
could,
with
yeah.
that.
Because the Tea Party did it. They came out of absolutely, I don't want to say nowhere,
No.
because I remember when they were, I remember their little talks and their little fumblings and around and everything. And then all of a sudden, here they come with a Tea Party and they have candidates and things of that nature. Now, you know how effective they really are today. Well, hey, they came and they did some things, and they have people that are in places now that have, I guess you could say, they have put themselves in other places, and now they're undercover. We don't know where they are for real.
Oh, they still around. They still around. Trust and
Yeah.
believe.
Okay.
And they going strong. They going
Gotcha.
very strong. It's just they're sitting in the cut and still you know how they say that small percentage of
Yeah.
who makes the world move. Well, that
Right.
small percentage is still in the background, dangling the string.
Dig it. And you know what, Anthony, you right on point, because the strategy is, let me just say this, are you a football fan?
Yes.
Okay, so anybody who's out there who's a football fan, what one of the best times in football season is when they have the people that's going up for the draft, right?
Right,
Because this there's a week, the best person goes to the weakest team. Is that not correct?
right,
Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's the thought. So here it is. They have the bottom or the best going to the bottom. So we already know that what's going to happen, people are going to pass away, people are going to die,
right,
legislatures are going to, they have to because they're getting old. And here's the thing, put yourself in the position so that when they do, that you will just walk right into the situation.
right,
And that's what we have to do, because I see people doing it right now of all cultures.
right,
They're coming here and they're putting themselves in political position and political power. And I'm like, wow, well, what are we doing?
exactly. And that's where I'm at with it as well. I was just saying that just a few minutes ago. You know,
Hmm.
it's a lie that's that's that, especially the ones who do a lot of complaining. That's
Right.
what that bothers me, because I'm like, you can get on social media, you can make, memes, you can do all this, crazy, moronic stuff. But when it comes to help to change the laws, you're not out here voting, you're not out here protesting, you're not out here representing, but you got so much mouth.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's what my problem is. And it's not no dig on other cultures who trying to represent us, but we need to represent us. Period.
Yes. Because
You
other
know,
cultures not gonna let us represent them,
that part right there.
not without them pulling strings, very strongly pulling strings in the background.
Right.
Okay. So,
Or what's going to be coming out the deal. You know what I
oh,
mean? What's attached
okay,
to that.
exactly. And
So,
I just want to say I appreciate, people like yourself, BBK, of course, captivating Christian, because one of the things, and there are a few others, and I guess you could say you all are in the beefing sector. So let's just put it that way.
okay.
And so we're quote unquote the ones that are known to beef, but then we have those of you who are, BBK, you captivating Christian, that get in there and y'all really talk about some heartfelt issues. Raw B, she'll talk about some heartfelt issues,
Right.
court or whatever. I
Right.
love the fact that you all are not just talkers, though. See, this is what I like about you all and you all's commentary. It is based on also life experience, exposure to various things, and things that you actually do and or have done.
Right. That part
And
right.
so, yes, now there are other folks that are in other parts of these YouTube projects, and they they haven't done the doggone thing.
No. But
They
they be the
haven't gone
first
to
one to but they be the
be
first one
the
out
first one to
here.
complain.
Oh, I'm being disrespected. Oh, I can't get this.
Hmm.
Oh, I can't get that. I can't do this and I
Hmm.
can't do that. And they're trying to take my house. They trying to do this and that. Oh, okay.
Hmm. It's so
Do
and
you
so's
ask them,
fault.
hey,
It's
have you
this
voted?
person's fault.
No,
Oh,
I haven't voted.
oh,
Have you went and helped sign a bill or orchestrated a bill that was going to affect your community? What's your mayor's name? Matter of fact, what's
oh,
your alderman's name? Half
oh.
of them don't even know what alderman is,
They don't know.
and that's the sad part. That's what
They don't
burns me.
know. That's right. They don't know who their block captain is. It's funny how people walk around complaining about the government, but let me tell you what happens. Uh, Anthony, I know you know for a fact. When they need something, who's the first person they go to? The government.
Right.
See,
Right.
see, see.
They
This
just
is
they
what's
don't know
killing me.
they don't know the alderman, but
Now
they know what a welfare office is.
they do
Come on,
what?
man.
Then they know how to get those stamps. They know how to get. Where's that stimulus check? Talk about the government though. You
Right.
see,
They
so
know who to call when that check don't come in,
but know exactly.
but they don't put that same energy, so we won't have to be in that situation to look for a stimulus check. What about that?
Right. You right. Instead of looking for that stimulus check or taking the stimulus check and making it stretch so that it could take you into generations and doing things, whatever, you want to continuously complain or not do anything or do a whole lot of talking. And I feel like a lot of these people in these YouTube projects in these other parts of the different sectors, that's all these bumbleclots do is go around and do a whole bunch of talking. And when you ask them about what bill is it, what is this, what's the process, how does this work, so forth and so on.
Right.
Whenever you or Captivating Christian and Nate, yeah, BBK, Raw, one thing about it is that y'all break it all the way down, explain, okay, this is the process. These are some of the projections about what is, what's the cons, the pros, et cetera, and not going into, oh well, these people over here, we have to take accountability, y'all. We have to take accountability because these are some of the things that can happen if in the event that blah 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 may occur. So that's what we do, even in these crazy beefing streets that we're in. I've noticed the difference, and I'm oftentimes looking at other folks in the YouTube projects, and I'm like, you know what? These folks are just out here ready to complain, and they want to blame everybody for their own indiscretions.
Right.
Their
Right.
own indiscretions. You understand what I'm saying? And
Right.
so, yeah, very, very, very interesting. And that's one of the things I like about our folks in the beefing sector. When we talk about things, and we talk about the solutions.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And that's what makes a man. That's what makes a woman. Not going around just sticking and licking and jigging and wigging and everybody in the world and not being accountable for your children and all these kind of things. But what makes a man and a woman first and foremost is to be able to create their own manifest destiny.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Because whenever there's a problem, I know that I could go over and say, okay, you know what? Let me hear what be like you just said. Yeah, TC, what's your take on it? Well,
Exactly.
we already know what the problem is. Yeah, we
Right.
get it. But you're asking, what's your take? What do you see? How do you see it playing out? What are some of the things that we need to be looking at to do some things better? That's how we talk over here with all the beefing that goes on. That's how we talk over here. Them other things over there, they don't do that.
Right.
They don't do that. They can stick and stay. They stick on that problem.
Right. Right.
And they stay there like rats and mice and everything on a sticky pad. Have you ever seen a mouse on a sticky pad before? And you know what his thing is that he's looking to get off that sticky pad. He's not. He ain't talking. He ain't thinking about that. How I get here? No, he's
Right.
saying how am I getting the heck off of this
Right.
joint?
And you know what's so
He,
crazy? He
mm-hmm,
gonna he and definitely and then he gonna try to find a way. He gonna bite his own legs off. He
there
gonna
you
bite
go.
his hand off. He gonna bite his tail off to get there. He's trying to find a solution. Not how I
How about
got
that?
there.
See,
How do I get off of it?
there you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's a mouse or a rat, a thing that has less great brain, the same brain capacity as in our bigger ass toe,
Right.
and they can figure it out.
Right.
You mean to tell me we have more freakers that's around here that has a big old brain taking up space and everything else in this world, but yet and still can't come up with a way to think about something different so that they can change their environment, their
Right.
whole frequency, their whole vibration, because all it takes is for you to just think differently, and then all of these other things stuff will happen differently. That's not something I just came up with. That's an actual factual science, spirituality, psychologists, everybody will tell you,
Right.
change your mindset. Think different.
Right.
But
Not only is
no.
that, but see, not only it's not even the fact of thinking different. You know,
Mm-hmm.
again, if you want to get out of that crabs in a barrel type of mentality, you must change your way of thinking. But then
Mm-hmm.
you must make a plan. You know, we
Mm.
make plans every day on what we're going to do, but we never sit back and say, okay, well, what about a plan that's going to go further than just me, go further than just my family? I'm talking about my great grandkids in the foreseeable future. We don't think that ahead. And that's what we need to do. That's what other cultures do. They go through a lot of they have generational wealth, and the reason being because they think way ahead. They know where to go to, who to talk to. If something you don't know, you just ask questions. That's all it takes. And
That's
with
all
the
it
technology
takes.
today, you got a lot of information in front of you. You got your hands on a whole lot of stuff. It's just real puzzling to me that when you have so much that's at your feet, at your hands, and you're not doing anything, I found that you're lame. You're
That's it.
under an excuse. You can't tell me nothing that you cannot do when everything's at your feet. It's not when we came up, when we had to, and when we was in school and we had to put out 50 books, just to get one answer, to a
Right.
problem.
Right. That's true. Go to card stock and then have to all kind of crazy stuff. Yes.
Right. You know what it is. You know how you gotta do an essay and you gotta go to the library and you gotta get a paragraph from this and then a sentence from this, order to put it together. Now you got everything right there at your hand. So what's your excuse now? You can't find out who your alderman is. Oh, it's so simple. It's the same as you can go find somebody inside YouTube. You can find somebody on
Absolutely.
Snapchat. You can find somebody. Matter of fact, you can find out anything that you want by putting in certain words. So why you can't do the same thing when it comes to your local government?
Exactly.
You know,
And so
I, I,
and
I,
so and just so you know, I definitely know for a fact that whatever is going to occur in this situation and others to come, because I think Captivating Christian said that there is this in the works of other things being overturned.
oh, it
I'm
is.
like I
Oh, it
said,
definitely
I,
is.
I'm with it. I want the whole damn thing to be overturned. Everybody, everything. However, I need for us to be at the table because we already know when we get to the table, we're gonna have to have our own representation. So we're gonna have to be there, and we're gonna have to be not weeded up, not drugged up, not whatever.
Right.
We gotta come correct and ready to rumble intellectually and mentally, and remember those things that you said. Oh, hey, this is what happened back in the day, so we don't want that again. We want to diminish or at least decrease or even diminish any of that could possibly occur like that again. We don't want to see that. We've been here as African Americans or Black people, whatever it is, whatever terminology we're gonna come up with. We've been here long enough to know the goings on and the things that will happen. So, and I think that once Black people really rise up and start doing better, acting better, not only to ourselves and each other, but making sure that our behavior is on point. Other people are gonna be like, "Dad, they're really looking at us as the role model because we have about 10 generations in this country. We've been through
Right.
every
Single
movement,
thing.
every up and down, everything. And look at still where we are and what we continue to produce and what we continue to be able to garnish if in the event that we have an opportunity. We have Black
Hey, Doc.
women that are
No, I was speaking to Libra Butterfly. I was speaking.
Oh, okay. Hey, Libra butterfly. We have Black women who, like Captivating Christian said, we know white women have been all these years. They've been the ones that have been the benefactors of affirmative action. And guess what? And
Right,
since the COVID and everything else, they said Black women were the ones that had created more businesses, going to school more, and things of that nature. And guess what? If Black women do that and have an opportunity to balance out their lives to be able to become educated, have their own business, have their own freedoms and things of that nature. When I say their own freedom, not working at 9 to 5, having to punch a clock and then having to, those kinds of things, having the freedom to
right,
be able to work remotely, but take their children, go on a date with her husband, go on a date with her wife, go on a date with her, whomever, go on a date, and men who will be able to do the same thing, just like these white folks do,
right,
walk around during the day, push their carriages and walk their dogs and all that stuff, and then go back into their little Zoom meetings and whatever the heck the other meetings are. We want those
right,
things and some and some and some, because we
right,
deserve it and we want it. And if we don't have it, there's going to be a problem. And we will stop
right.
the ships, and we will stop the airports, and we will stop any and everything coming in here until we get what we want. And we will go without until we get it.
Right.
And see, we got to be
But see,
disciplined enough to do that.
right. There it is. You hit it right on the nose. Right there. You hit it right on the nose. And that's one of the biggest situations right there that we need to become disciplined.
Mhm.
We to really sit back and analyze what's going on, and start worrying about who twerking and who got the next 20 on the bag and drinking and party up and trying to be the next rapper and everything else.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Uh,
that's and Anthony, and you mentioned it again, because here we go. And this is what I've been doing. I've been really going back and forth with the beef sector versus other sectors. And one of the things that I'm finding, the beef sector, I know you're going to be like, what in the world, TC? The beef sector got it going on. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of interesting, um, and different perspectives. Of course,
right.
we got some very
Well, hold
strong,
up. I got cussed out and kind of shitted on for stating that fact on somebody's channel. And it's now that channel I actually frequent. I mean, I'm subscribed to them, and they're a big
uh-huh.
content creator. But I was voicing that on their channel, and only just ask, why you don't big up, a lot of the great people they have in their chat. That's it. And shit, they crucified me.
Well, you were
But
saying
anyway,
why you don't big
uh,
up. You said that you don't big up
I
who
just
in the
asked,
chat.
no, in their channel, they have a lot of great people. I was actually giving a big compliment to the people in that person's channel.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was like, and I came on, it's like, why do you highlight a lot of the great people that's in your channel? And not the content creator actually was trying to shit on me. It was the people in the chat that was trying to
Okay.
shit on me. And the sad part is the very thing that I was talking about, they do on an everyday basis. And that's what's crazy to me. I mean, but it is what it is.
I see that in the beefing sector, that we have a wide variety of conversations and talk about a lot of different things, and we've been doing it for a while now. And you have people, of course, that talk about just the celebrity gossip, and then you have those that do the reviews of the different the various shows, whatever those shows are, or whatever movie it is, or
Right.
whatever, right? However, we will have, we have no problem with panels and all that other kind of stuff, and not at
Right.
all. We'll bring up a panel of various different types of topics and conversation.
Right.
And what I've noticed is that,
That's what I
and this
miss about Alabama girl,
and
because
this
not only the beefing, she used to have a whole lot of different things going on her channel.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a plethora of things that were happening in Bama's chat. In these other places, one of the things that I've noticed is that they stick on, what's this Cardi B person?
Yeah.
I don't know anything. Listen, if somebody was to come up to me today and say, "What did Cardi B sing?" I would, and I'll give you $1 million. I would be SOL out of $1 million because I don't know her. I don't know
Don't feel
anything about.
bad.
I don't know anything about what she
Don't
sang
feel
or sings or raps or whatever she is. I don't know nothing about her because I'm not
right.
into celebrities like that. That's why I do kind of I like other sectors. I mean, I like the beefing sector because we have a wide variety of different people that do a wide variety of things. A lot of these other people just stick to the celebrities, those A-listers, if you will. I'm not
Right.
interested in those people. Honestly, I grew up with them. Honestly, and I don't mean Cardi B and those. I'm talking about like the A-listers from back in the day lister, okay? Back in
Right.
our
Right.
day.
Right.
We grew
Right.
up with the rappers. I grew up with the sports people. I grew up with all of those cats. You understand what I'm saying? I went to
Right.
school with Michael Jordan. I wasn't
Right.
interested in getting Jordans. If you gave me Jordans today, I would say take them to somebody else because I can't stand Jordan sneakers because I don't want, that's not my zhuzh. I don't care about putting somebody on my feet that I knew that's not gonna work for me. I don't support them that way, but that's just my thing. No, that's just me. I'm not saying
Right.
anybody else. That's just me.
Yeah. Same
But
here.
what,
Same here.
give me some Skechers for $40 and I'm good to go. I'm not giving Michael $200 when no, that's not
Well,
gonna work.
that's
Or
what,
250.
and that's what I got on my feet right now. Some Skechers.
There we go. Because
I'm off of work
the
and I got my
form,
Skechers on.
right, the memory foam.
Yep.
Let me explain. People are looking over that. But anyway, the, we have a lot to there's a lot to talk about. There's and a lot to do. We have people like you at your level and a lot of folks. You have Libra Butterfly Doctor. You understand what I'm saying? There's always inspirational talking about various things on all levels, spirituality, just down to holistic, down to medicinal, down to the herbs, and things of that nature. And we have everybody in this sector. I just, sometimes, of course, I'm like, woo, what did they say? And it's like, ow, okay. And, we have a lot of people that do a lot of things with entanglement issues, But you
Right.
know what? Here's the deal. That's life. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. That's life.
Right.
Okay? Wherever there's men and women, that's life. Men and men, women and women, men and women, that's
Right.
life. Okay, so I'm that's and I a lot of things we don't like. This is how people go about maybe doing things and all the other nuances thereof. However, it is part of life. But when we can come to your chat and then see some of the things that you show us, a lot of folks will never make it to Washington D.C. a day in their life,
Right.
Anthony, and you just brought it to them. So thank you, congratulations to you as always. um Enjoy these smaller, more intimate moments, because when you break out and you get big, when all of y'all break out and get bigger, because you're already big, but when y'all get bigger, y'all gonna be like, oh my God, because you gotta manage, you gotta get more people. Oh yeah, it becomes a work.
Right.
So
Thank
so
you. I
thank you
appreciate that.
for Thank you for asking me to come up. Thank you for your chat. And I'm going to come down. Other folks will be coming up and I will be in the chat.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you. Thank you.
Peace.
Like usual, I say that TC always, always bring the fire with the information. I love that sister to death. She always come with the info and be on point on, especially what's going on today. What's going on in our community and the things that we need to do. And I always, look for her when she comes around. I always look for her to always, you know, uh, 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 bring, you know, the strength of information, her thoughts. I mean, just everything about TC. She's on point 1,000% every time. And a lot of people, they know TC, as being in the chat and speaking her shit. But let's keep it a buck. If you really knew who TC was, you're like, wow. But I'm not surprised because the type of woman that she is. You know, it's still it's a wow factor, but also it's still not a surprise because how she carry herself. I mean, she's a very strong black queen, and she don't settle for less, and she demands that respect. Same as Doc, Libra Butterfly, same as the BBK. Strong queen. You know what I mean? Not for the foolala, not for the craziness, not for I understand we come on this channel, on this platform or this app to be entertained, but also we would not be who we are if we were not giving out the important information. Because again, I'm not looking for 1,000 people to listen to what I have to say that what's going to help them. I said it with one. Why? Because I did my job. I did my job. And that's what matters to me. I mean, and sometimes when you do pass it, you be surprised because you don't see it. Don't mean it's not getting out there. You got people who actually gets help and take the information and help someone else. That's how it get passed along. It don't have to be in a big group, on a channel. I mean, I know a lot of channels that I support that I never drop down, or be in a live, and they got millions of followers. You know, it's the fact that again, it's just how you support, who you support, how it affects you and your community. You know, we can be for the fun, but we also have to be for what's real life. You know, and us not being ourselves about the real life. You know, taking away the laughs and taking away the craziness and the lies and the perpetrating and we need to come back to reality. Because the things that we're talking about, you know, is going to affect our future. The laughs, the lies, the perpetrating on things is not going. That's for right now. But what's going to be for tomorrow? Again, somebody in one of these neighborhoods that's on here, they're going through a whole lot. Somebody's trying to take somebody's house. Somebody's trying to dick them on their taxes. Someone is trying to be forced to do something else and they don't know the information. So boom, that's what we're here for. To know who we need to talk to, who we need to conversate with, who we need to reach out to. That's what we're here for. And that's what matters. I mean, that's what makes what TC exactly what she was just saying. That's where the difference is of dealing with reality and on touchy subjects and government and everything else. On how we live, how everyday living. And she's right. She's right on on everything she was saying. Exactly on what as us as a culture, the things that we can do. It's just man. Every time I sit there and I think about it, I'm like, man, if we just unite as as other cultures, stand up for each other as other cultures, you know how powerful we would be. You know how strong. I mean, we doing it now, but we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for the others. We're making others rich. We're creating empires for others, not for us. And then for some of us who make it out, like some of the entertainers, rappers, sports people, yeah, they do like donations and do that. You know, they do just enough when they can actually. And this is what I was speaking on. You know, when I was in that other person's chat, when we out here and we have it, no matter if you big in the beef sector, you big on YouTube. If I'm talking, you know, if I'm able to reach you, it's no different than I would say somebody in the street. They asked me why haven't, you know, the chat was asking me why I didn't say anything to all the other people because I'm not subscribed to them. That's why I didn't ask them. But best believe the big ones I do ask them. Go ask Scheme Team. You know, I can name some other ones that I said something to. You know, hey, the same questions that I asked that person because yeah, I don't see where I go. Yeah, I don't know all the people I'm subscribed to, but I do ask those questions. So it's not that I don't, and it's not for your validation either. You know, but no, I'm not, and it's just real sad because just like what our culture do, you know, and not that I said anything bad, disrespectful, but they try to find something to say negative about it, and that's the bad part about us, our culture. We're always looking to be negative to each other instead of trying to big up each other, trying to push each other and try to build together. That's the part that is crazy about our culture. And that's why we will always continue to be in that crab in a barrel mentality. The hate needs to stop. It really needs to stop. The competition needs to stop. It's good to be competitive when it's where it needs to be. I understand the competitiveness on this app platform, but as in real life, why are we competing against each other when we're getting nowhere? Huh? Tell me that. You know, just give me that. You know, Doc, she said something today, you know, that had me very upset, and because they picking on her because she's being herself, she being great, she like who she likes. Who, for one, again, who are you to be sitting there trying to say what a person should do or where the fuck they should go? And again, we had a whole situation going up here in that's going to affect most of the United States, but they weren't about what Doc Libra Butterfly, who channel she's going to visit. She's not being loyal because she visits somebody else's channel when there's a whole. Don't even get me started on that because I will burn some people on here real quick and real fast and show some of these people who they really are. And I really don't, and it's sad because that's the only time people to start listening to you and communicating when you show you pull a card and put a mirror in their face. That's the only time that they would do that. No, for real, it's sad. It's really sad that you know we have to go through these things, you know, as a culture. And I'm sorry that she had to go through that for her to be herself, to go where she want to go, to you know support who she want to support. When most of them, how do you even know if you even supporting anybody if they ass ain't over there too? You tell me that. I don't. All right. You tell me that. How in the fuck do they know when somebody else is in somebody else's chat, quote unquote? I don't know if they the ops or not. I mean, what really is a fucking op? That's the competition shit. Because I see a whole lot of, if you see me in somewhere and well, I'm not supposed to be, last I check, I'm grown. Huh? And you telling me I can't, I open up my phone or my computer and I can't go where? Get the fuck out of here. Last I, I haven't seen your name on my paycheck. I haven't seen your name on my mortgage. I haven't seen your name on my car note. I ain't seen your name on the boat I'm getting. So you say, well, who? Shoot, my mom didn't even was even like that when I got grown. It's through the respect part for me, but this control on here is really, really crazy for me. The control, the ignorance, the folks who's quick to try to shit on other people because of who they want to support. Come on, man, fuck out of here. And they the one who's like the biggest snakes on here. Those are ones that really kill me because they the ones who's real quick to try to point shit and their yard is all fucked up, but they trying to point at your backyard to tell you that you got weeds in your yard. And their whole yard is full of weeds, snakes, toads, wart faces, and all types of shit. But they want to act all, and we got a whole situation up here going on that's going to affect the whole United States. But no, nobody want to go to their local politician and put in on, hey, this is wrong, or this is right, or we need to start this over, we need to get this. Nobody want to say nothing about that, but they worrying about, oh, doc, yeah, I see you got some weeds in your yard. It look crazy. It look crazy. You ain't no good. You need to get out of our neighborhood because you got weeds in your yard. But they got big ass fucking grass, swamp grass, and snakes and all types of shit. But they still worry about if you missed a couple of weeds. Fuck out of here, man. You lost your life. Ugh. Let me calm down. Again, because I mean that shit burns me. It really, really burns me. It burns me because it's our people. And it's sad to say that they're our people, that they are our people. Right now, if this world get hit with a comment and some of us left, there's not going to be no government. It's not going to be no police. It's not going to be a whole lot of things. For the people who survive, they're the ones going to have to, pick up and go to their natural instincts of surviving. And let me tell you, the other cultures, they always stand up for each other. From Latino to Asians to Indians, they're going to stand. But us, we're going to be left out in the cold. We're the ones going to get picked off left and right. Why? Because we're going to be worrying about too much of you got more rocks than me. It ain't let's build a house together. No, you got more rocks than me. So your house is going to be bigger than mine. No, you're not fair, man. You can't. What? See, over there with them, they not thinking about that. That's how a lot of people come here. Hey, James. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for coming in, James Guy. Shout out to James Guy. Yeah, you got a lot of people that sit there and say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. No, I'm not going to do this. But other cultures, it ain't no question. It's an automatic. They're helping each other out. It ain't no yours this or yours that. That's why you have a lot of the Latin people who comes from from down south, and they come to this country. Yeah, they take the lowest job. There might be 58 people in an apartment, but guess what they do? They build each other up. Each month, they take that penny job together, and boom, they buy each other. Every month, somebody get a car. Every month, and then next thing you know, little by little, somebody's getting a house. But yeah, I bet you this: 3/4 of our people don't own a house. 3/4 of our people don't own pretty much anything. Why? Because they too worried about getting, for one, expensive stuff that they don't fucking need. Because they're trying to look like something that they're not. And you have other cultures too that does that, but it's our cultures that's highlighted on that. Hey, Doc.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you very clear.
Oh, okay. I don't mean to interrupt your broadcast, but I wanted to ask you something because
What's up?
you just said something. So, in your opinion, I wanted to ask TC this too, but I couldn't get through quick enough. But what should we be doing for our future? And I know right now it seems kind of bleak and don't nobody know, like it's like we on a boat with no anchors. We're just rocking back and forth, rocking back and forth. At any time the boat can tip. But I mean, we still have to prepare for our future. So I'm at a point, I don't want to work in fear. I rather work in faith. And so I'm just, what should we be doing? Like what's the next move? Because Black people, not trying to be funny, but we're always behind. You know what I'm saying? Like we're always playing catch up,
Right,
catch up, catch up. And I don't think this is the time to
right.
play catch up. Yeah, so I want to be out in front. I want to be like everybody else at the starting gate. Like, okay, let's go ahead and do this marathon just in case. So yeah, so that's what I want.
Well, well, first of all, we need to get our house in order.
Fact.
That's what the first thing I would say. We need to sit down and get our house in order as a culture. You know,
Yeah,
get taking over. And what I mean by that, getting your house in order. That means getting your family, getting all your everything that's in your house in order. A lot of the
yeah,
kids out here is running out here doing anything, running amok. Our kids out here terrorizing and trashing and do everything that they're not supposed to be doing. Focusing on education is one of the key things that we need to be pushing on top of, teaching them how to grow as a community. Second thing is getting involved in our community. Finding
yeah,
how to make our community better, how to build our community to work out for all of us, not just one of us, not to be
right.
the shiniest house on a block, but you're still in a block that ain't worth nothing.
Yeah,
But you want to be noticed as the best piece of shit on a block. You're on a shitty block, but you want to be the best looking piece of shit on a block. Come on, man.
yeah,
Really? If anything, if we sit there and we start talking and reaching, go to our community meetings, and, and they have them all the time. That's the whole part. People, I don't even know that they had these, almost every week in almost every city, even some of the small towns. They have them in high schools. They have them at the municipal buildings. They had them at down in the damn, what you call those, the places where a lot of the retired vets and stuff go to, like some
okay,
of the
yeah,
soldiers' homes.
yeah,
Yeah, they have
VA,
they have those meetings there, and again, we have the technology now that we can find all this, everything that we need, especially when it comes to our community, who our community leaders are. And then on top of that, if some things you don't like, it's real easy that you can go put up a petition, go to your local government and get a petition, and then you just go out and you get permission from whoever's your alderman, mayor, your county executive, and say, hey, this is something that I don't like, and I want to change. You again, like other cultures, like Caucasian folks. If somebody's speeding down their street, you know what they do? They go and they go to the local government, they have a
mm-hmm,
petition, and then they go to the grocery store or they go to the neighbors' houses and they knock on the door and say, "Hey, there's a stop sign here because my dog got ran over the other day and people are speeding like crazy. So to get the stop sign, I need a signature. Can you help us to, us keep our neighborhood
yeah,
safe?" and they
Yeah.
build up a collection of signatures, take it back, they put it into a vote, and then as long as everybody who put the signature vote for it, they get it on the ballot and they vote on it. Next thing you know, there's a stop sign there. Not meaning it's not going to stop a lot of things, but it deters a lot. That's the stepping
Yeah.
stone. That's the things we need to do. I mean, I mean, I can. We need to make a live on this because I can go through a whole list.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and I'm well. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it on live. I'll tell you about it. But I do have something that I want to do, and I think it's gonna catapult me into the future. So, like I said, I'm
Okay.
trying to get ATC. Ain't that TC?
Yeah, that's TC. I believe that's TC. Yeah, I think it's TC.
Okay. So yeah, I want to really branch out with my counseling, but I want to do it online. I don't want to really have an office per se because I want to reach a whole lot of other people. But that's where I'm getting
I mean, let
stopped
me
at.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you want to do it online, what do you mean by online? Like, private, right? Online.
Yeah, where they can go to my
You like
website
like
and
Zoom?
no, not even Zoom for real. Well, yeah. Let's just say that. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, because the reason I'm saying because like right now we're on a platform. It you had to be very careful, especially doing counseling online because even though if you're helping somebody, like say you was counseling me and you was helping me, but somebody else might get affected by something that you might say or strongly disagree, and next thing you know, they're trying to come after your license or try to sue you for some
Right.
bullshit.
Right. But this is what okay, so one of my kids has a counselor, okay? And how she
Okay.
sees my child is online. Like they
Okay.
they do the video thing, just them two, and then
Right.
of course insurance pays for it and all this. And so I was like, well
Right.
shoot, I can do that.
Right. You set it up.
I don't that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to do that. I don't know
Oh,
how to
what?
do it.
We need to talk to. I got you. I got you. Uh,
Okay.
no, look. Now I'll be busy, so you gonna have to not just text me because sometimes I be asleep and I get
Right.
sidetracked real easy. But we
Okay.
need to have a conversation. So I'd rather you text and then call.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
I know you're a
So,
hard
and
working man. That's why I try not to bother you.
there's no problem. There's no problem at all. But yeah, I mean, I have a few family and friends who actually like one doing coding and everything, and that
Oh, I
they
want to do
used to
that
do
too.
coding. They used to do that for like work directly for a hospital, but now they
Yeah.
do it for themselves, and it's the
Okay.
same type of setup that you can do, and it's not really hard. Only thing I would say is get your license in your state. It might be the biggest thing, but now your license for you being a doctor for you being a doctor as for your taxes and all that you have to get your what's that?
I
Um,
got an LLC.
oh, okay. Oh, well, you're good then. So basically, you just need the actual the platform and everything to get set up. Okay, well, I got you now. All right, we're talk.
Cool beans. Uh,
TC,
She might be on mute.
are you there? Yeah, I gotta say, if you talking, we can't hear you. You on mute. You might have to drop back down, come back up. We can't hear you. I don't know if you're in a bad area or not. But yeah, but no, I mean, it just and see, and this is I'm glad you came up, Doc, because this is one of the things that this is how easy you each one teach one. If
There
I
you
have
go.
some information that's going to help Doc, what I mean, to make that
Yep.
next step in her life, one not only as a sister or a person of color or a person that's in our culture, it's the fact that she's a friend and we trying to help build. That's
That's
what
right.
needs to be done. If I don't
And this
know,
is a
then I go to the
community
next person.
within
If I somebody I
itself.
don't have, hey, TC, like when we were speaking on this right here, who else is best to talk about politics or who I mess it up with the most? TC and Cat. You
PC.
know what I mean?
Yep.
We talk about it, but it's a lot of things that I don't know and a lot of things you don't know. So with people
Right.
who already involved, people who's in it as well, they can help with the information, point you in the right
Absolutely.
direction.
Right.
But no, it's more the, oh, you're lying. You're not who you are. You're this and that and blah, blah, blah. And you more worried about that. No matter, what I show you, what and this and that, you're going to believe what you want to believe. Why? Because you're ignorant. You're not going to look at a point that, hey, this person say who they are. Until that person prove me different or otherwise, I can't take nobody for that. I'm not going to automatically say that this person is not something. If they say that's who they are, that's just who
Yeah.
they are. And if I see that they doing certain things and they're and building and they're showing people how to be positive and build from certain situations, who am I who the fucking claim who the fuck what they do?
See, come on.
But that's the people and our culture more worried about what they have, what they do, what they can give, and what they can get, instead of saying, hey, damn, that person doing great. How can I do that? Hey, sir,
Right.
ma'am, how did you do that? How did you get that? I want to be educated on that. Can you help me with that? Instead of
Yeah.
telling me, oh, you're not that. Okay, well, give me some money and I believe you. Come on, man.
See.
Get out of here. Yeah, it's
Mm-mm.
just crazy, man. Just crazy. I sit here, and that's why a lot of times I've been quiet, and I just sit there and watch,
Yeah.
and just listen and look at certain people on here. There's a lot of characters on here. There's a lot of characters, and the sad part
Tell
is
me about it.
most of the characters is from our culture, and it's sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Real sad.
It's sad.
Hmm.
That's why I was hot earlier because you don't bother nobody. Same as TC, she don't bother nobody.
Right.
So
Right.
why y'all have to again? You do what you do on your channel. You help
Right.
people. You've been through a lot of mess. People don't even get in a lifetime, but they more worried about who you going to see, what channel that you saying hello on. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Not that you lost your husband, not that you lost your daughter.
Right.
Now you just had a book come out and pushing your book. Oh, damn, that's just
Right.
doing the damn thing. Let me push your book. Oh, you weren't about, oh, she's hanging out on Sean Bradley's channel. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh. Mm,
No, that shit
I
burns me
know.
up. It really burns me up because I'm like, damn, that's what you really worry about? That's what's important to you? Not that you went over there and
Mhm.
said anything about anybody. You just
No.
chilling like, how the hell they know you was over there? They over there too.
Right. Yeah. Cause you know me,
Crazy.
I'm loyal to who I'm loyal to. I don't get involved with that. So,
Right.
that's what
And I
you
don't
all
expect
right.
you for not being a person to like something that you like. That's it.
Right.
With your personal choice, it's your personal choice. And see, it goes right back to this situation that I first started on this live with your choice of if you want to keep your pregnancy or you don't, it's your choice.
Yeah.
Who has the right to say what you can do?
Yeah, that's true.
Period.
Yep. That is true,
People too
sir.
involved. Right? They too involved. You're not involved where you need to be involved, but you definitely involved where you don't need to be involved.
Facts. Facts.
It's shit crazy. It's
Mm-mm.
really well. You have any more? I don't know if TC gonna drop coming because we still can't hear her.
No.
My
I was
phone is
gonna tell
about
you I'm
to.
gonna drop down and finish listening.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Doc, for coming up.
Oh,
And we
you're
definitely
welcome.
and shoot, let's see. Got to work tomorrow. Sunday.
I can't do it
reach out to
Sunday
me
because the meeting is
Sunday.
up.
No. I'm talking about if you can, just text me on
Okay,
Sunday because that's when I'm having the time. I'm gonna be off Sunday. My
okay.
birthday coming up, and I took some time off. So,
Oh, okay. I
and
remember Miss
I
having.
definitely, I'm gonna definitely get that information for you, and that give me enough time to get the information too, so you can put some of that stuff together, and you can start, start rolling on your business.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Okay,
That's no
and I'm ready
problem.
to drive down.
Hey, and then on top of
Uh-huh.
that, we probably need to
Mhm.
talk to TC too because with the grants and stuff, you might can get some.
I know. I
Yeah, we'll
know.
talk.
It was
We'll talk.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. Bye bye.
I appreciate you. TC, you there? Are you there, TC? Oh no, something's going on with the phone. Let's see if I'm on my phone, so I don't know if I can drop her. I'm gonna drop you, TC, so let's see if we can come back up. Good. TC indicated with you too. Okay, so that's her. Are you there, TC? I don't want to drop you. I just drop you off. When you back up. Are you there, TC? Okay. Well, anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming by today. And us to start up in the chat and it kind of slow and I'm glad it built up the way it did. I know y'all don't get to see me very much, but I thought this was something very important to talk about, regardless if somebody came in or not. But I do have loyal supporters that I'm loyal to as well. And I appreciate y'all coming by. Shout out to TC, shout out to Libra Butterfly. Go check out her channel. James Gype, y'all get a chance, go check out the brother. He help, faithful people grow channels. I mean, he's a very straight up guy, very fun guy. He definitely gives help, for a billion numbers and stuff like that. Um, and he's a very funny guy, and a very smart guy as well. Him and his wife, Samantha. Shout out to them. Um, Also, Boss Queen, BBK come by, Captivating Christian, another strong brother. And everybody else, I hope I ain't missed too many people. Um, Thank you for coming by for, another installment of Let's Chop It Up. I kind of like changed it a little bit because of the touchiness of the subject, and I ain't thinking about it after the fact. The name of my show can be an effect of that's the situation in hand. The chop it up part. Even though it's a word, a figure of speech, but some people might not look at it as that. So I had to change up the words on it, and um, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming by. Whoever just coming in, check out the replay. We had some good topics that we talked about, especially the main topic that you see in the headliner. Um, and I'll be talking to y'all soon. Hey, peace and love. Stay blessed. And hey, continue to, go for your goals and always live like that's not tomorrow. Because you never know, tomorrow might not come. And, it's always good to leave out on a good note instead of a bad note. Hey, love on your family, love on yourself, and love on the creator. And yeah, have a peaceful night. Talk to you soon. Till next time. Peace.